Hello, this is Manish Patel from IchimokuTrade.com. Today is July 3rd, 2012. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the futures market, where we cover everything from crude oil, natural gas, heating oil, commodity futures, and metals too. Okay, this is our normal disclaimer. This is for educational use only. If you decide to take any trade, you're doing that at your own risk. All charts are from Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade. Here are my contact details. Here at info@eicapital.com is my email address. You could contact us at any of our global locations here, or you could access our website, ichimokutrade.com, for any of our free videos, information about email alerts, and so forth. Okay, so let's start by looking at the Ichimoku heat map that we have available. This is our heat map that basically our signal service. We do have email alerts that basically go and tell you the multiple time frame on these. If you want to find out more about the email alerts, all you do is just go to ichimokutrade.com and you can find out where it gets email alerts from this heat map here. Basically what we're looking for is daily and weeklies to be the same color, and also the daily basically be set up for a trade, which is either 2 or 4, 4 being the highest probability ones. If you look here, and we'll go for these individually, corn looks like an opportunity that could arise. Actually, corn looks like it's done. The cocoa could be an opportunity in the future, being bullish. And if you scroll down, there's a lot of conflict here. Mid-cap S&P 400 could be in the future, but definitely needs a pullback. S&P 500 definitely needs a pullback. There's no opportunities here. 0, 0, zeros. Nothing here. This is basically now higher time frames not conforming here on gold. This looks like an opportunity here, but overextended. But soybean meal looks like an opportunity. In fact, we got a multiple time frame buy on soybean, so we'll definitely soybean meal. So we'll definitely look at that later. Mini S&P 500 definitely needs to pull back, and there's nothing there. So there's nothing really here. Let's just go for the futures and start analyzing everything. Remember, on the left-hand side is basically the daily time frame, on the right-hand side is basically the weekly time frame moving forward. So let's go for the futures. Here in Thinkorswim, we just start scrolling down. Here's cocoa futures here. You could look like here, if you just shrink this down on cocoa futures, we're pretty much at the top of the range right here. It definitely needs to pull back to probably about, I would guess, roughly around about 2250. It would be a good pullback level. If it pulls back, holds there, and then makes an attempt here to break 2357, that could be a good trend moving forward. But remember, a bullish trend here is basically just going to be limited here, because this has been in a bearish trend here for a long time, and it's basically engaging in a pullback right now. So if you do engage in this, just remember you're going against the weekly trend, and profits are going to be limited. So I would definitely stick to maybe pullback trades instead of breakouts for that. Light 3 crude oil basically here has been doing down, 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 down. We finally are engaging in a major pullback. In a major pullback right now, believe it or not, we're at a minor resistance level right now, which is around 87.75. I think that's what I tweeted. The major resistance level is going to be 93.92 moving forward. But if you look here, we kind of hit a triple bottom here on crude oil, so that's kind of why we bounced off there. Doesn't mean that this triple bottom is confirmed. It just means we bounced off it right now, and until we get above 93.92, there's a possibility of us still breaking this triple bottom and keep on going lower. But we got to wait and see what happens. But my guess is we're going to just keep on sitting there bouncing between this huge range here. This range has been established basically for years now, and that's the one I think was established for lag between last year and now. And I think we're just going to keep on ranging between those two values for a long time. And it's a pretty big value there too. If you think about it, it's 40 points. So it's good profits on the daily time frame and lower time frame. So I think we're just going to swing back and forth between those two values. Cotton, yes, if you look here on the weekly time frame, still bearish, trending, slowly trickling down. On the daily, it's still trending, believe it or not, to the downside. We have closed today. It looks like it right now. We may close above the resistance level, which is 72.14, but the day is still not over, so we gotta wait and see what happens. But if it does, a slight close doesn't really mean anything. It's really got to get above 79.48 to change the sentiment for this thing. If it gets to 79.48, then there basically is going to be a minor pullback on the weekly, but the overall trend is still going to be bearish for cotton moving forward. Dollar index here, you can see the big push up here on the daily time frame. It's been consolidating right now. It's getting close to the cloud. Believe it or not, we hit a major support level right now. We're at a major support level here at 81.50. If it holds, and then it gets to 80.89 is going to be the line in the sand, which is going to be the major support level moving forward. So we're at a minor support level right now, but the 80.89 is going to be the major one. As long as it holds that support level, we're still going to be in an overall bullish trend for the dollar moving forward. Let's keep on going. We'll come back to gold. Feeder cattle. If you look at feeder cattle, basically bullish trending here, finally engaging in a major pullback right now. And if you look here, we're kind of at a bottom right now, which is basically going to be 146, and then 153 is going to be a resistance level moving forward. Lean hogs. Lean hogs, you can see a bullish trending here on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, this is basically one big consolidation pattern, and you can see the danger in this one too. Look at the gap between here and here, and that's a real gap, believe it or not. So be very careful when you're trading these futures. If you're trading some of these liquid futures such as lean hogs and even orange juice and stuff like that, make sure you're trading with options to take your risk out. If you trade the futures directly, you're taking on too much risk, where any gaps can sit there and really turn everything around for you. Here, this was a bearish trend. You can see the big move up in here that basically is telling you it's now engaging in a major pullback. It's trying to get to about 3.6138 is a major resistance level for copper. At that point, it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens. Support level is going to be basically down here at this bottom here, which is 3.2587. Heating oil. Heating oil again here, bearish trending here, finally engaging in a major pullback. It's at a minor resistance level right now. The major resistance level is going to be 2.9125. This minor one is going to dictate exactly how strong this trend is going to be. If it holds up at this minor resistance level right now and makes a journey back down to this low here at this support level at 5106, it's got a high chance it's going to break it. So we're at a very critical minor resistance level right now to see exactly what's going to do in a short-term basis. Coffee, you can see, is being bearish trending here for a long time. Last week was finally the first week that it's actually gone up and starting its pullback level. It's trying to do a medium pullback level right now, where it's trying to get to 194.30 is a resistance level, and 150 is going to be basically actually 166.20 is going to be its major support level moving forward. Lumber, really nothing going on right now. The daily looks like it's trying to go bearish, but the weekly looks like it's trying to go bullish. So they got conflict in both areas right now. 279.60 is going to be a major resistance level. 263.60 is going to be its major support level moving forward. Live cattle. Live cattle, nothing really going on here. Consolidating here. Major resistance level is going to be 121.133, and major support level is going to be right about here, over here below that pivot, which is going to be 114.49. Natural gas, this is the interesting one. Bearish trending here. We finally broke above the cage and saying we're engaging in a major pullback. Doesn't mean the bearish trend's over. It means we're engaging in a major pullback right now. Okay, and the level it looks like it's trying to get to will probably be about 3.26. So be very careful right now. Keep your stops very tight on this if you're in a bullish trend. We've been in this trend since at the very beginning, and our stops are very tight where we're protecting our profits right now. Okay, because you don't want to go round trip and give up your profits. So right now this is bullish, but this thing's got to hold at support level at 2.74, which is a minor one. The major one is going to be 2.5720 moving forward, and of course the resistance is going to be 3.26. Okay. Orange juice, this is well. Let's take a look at this one. This has been going down, started a trend here, and now we're at a minor resistance level right now. The major one's going to be 162.03. You can see the nice trendwood down here. It's been a nice trend going down. This has been a great trend since February. and then it finally bottomed out last month and kind of consolidating here and trying to go up, but really it's going to run into a lot of resistance due to this cloud. So right now we're kind of, I would still look for only bearish trades as far as orange juice is concerned. Palladium here, as we talked about this in the last couple of weeks, looks like a double bottom here. It won't be confirmed unless we break the resistance level at 644.20 moving forward. Minor resistance level we're kind of right at, which is around 600, and the support level is going to be, of course, 556.05. Platinum, really nothing going on in platinum. It looks like a bearish trend here, but we're holding here at the support level 113.80. It's got to sit there and go above 1633 in order to minor resistance level would give as basically around 1550. Major resistance level is going to be 1633 moving forward. They said this started a trend downwards. It didn't go that far at all, believe it or not, and now it's just consolidating here, formed a double bottom here, and looked like it's trying to go up and retest the resistance level right around 1550. We've done gas. These are minis. Let's go to gasoline. Gasoline here was a downward trend here. We're finally engaging in a major pullback. We're at a minor resistance level right now. The major one's going to be at 2.9373. Sugar. If you look at sugar here, it started a downward trend here. We still haven't engaged in a major pullback at all. Next resistance level is going to be 22.53, which is going to determine if we engage in a major pullback or not. This thing's going to go up. I have a feeling this is going to go up to about 22.53, stop right there, bounce off that, and then go start go and retest the lows. But it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens once it gets to 22.53. Gotta wait and see what the charts look like when we get to that level. Let's go look at gold. Everyone's favorite, just consolidating here in the daily. Nothing really going on here. It's getting its chance. It's got to sit there and break this 1535 level. If it does, it's going to sit there and start a trend to the downside and sit there and start recapturing some of this big huge move that it's made since 2009. But it doesn't seem like it wants to. It's trying to sit there and go back to its major resistance level at 1660. If it breaks 1660, watch out. This thing can sit there and start making a move to go retest the highs. I believe they're at 1900, but it hasn't done so yet. But so the first level they have to get to is around here, 1775 level, and then if it breaks that, then it could get to 1900. But we're basically ranging between 1775 and 1535 right now, and we've been ranging between those two levels for a while. Silver, on the other hand, is kind of flirting around with this bottom here. And it's still right there. It's not even close to its resistance level of 31.82. So this is very weak. So if you're doing any pairs trading, it'd be good to go long gold and short silver as a hedge, and I think you'll be really good in doing that type of scenario. 30-year Treasury bonds. You can see here the trend is basically bullish right now. You're at a minor resistance level right now. Of course, if it holds here, then it could go retest this high here, which is your next resistance level, 152,117, and break there. Next support level on this is going to be 143,128. Sorry, 143,28. Corn futures. Really nothing going on here. If you just look at the weekly time frame, you're basically ranging between here and here. That's basically the range right now for corn futures at 685.32 and 559. When it breaks one of those levels, then you're going to see exactly which way this thing's going. Till then, it's basically ranging. 5-year Treasury notes, really nothing going on. It's just consolidating. It's just a big consolidation pattern right now between here and here. So you got to wait and see exactly which one it's going to break and determine which way it's going to go. Soybean oil, we're getting soybean meal, which is the one we really want to look at. Soybean oil, nothing really going on, just ranging between here, these two ranges. So that's all it's doing right now, is just swinging back and forth between those. Soybean meal, this looks like the potential one. I definitely would look at this one, because look at this. This is trending already on the weekly, and here on the daily, this is basically did an upward movement. Now it's consolidating. All it has to do is break this resistance level right here, and this thing could sit there and go higher and higher and higher. However, on the other side, all it has to do is break this over here, and it could sit there and start a pullback. So major resistance level is going to be 440, which will start a major trend to the upside. Minor resistance level is going to be 388, and then 368 is going to be the major one moving forward. 10-year Treasury notes, again, nothing really going on. Still bullish here, trending here on the weekly. The daily's basically consolidating between a range. Nothing really going on there. Oats, this was basically a good trade to look at. If you look here, this is basically bullish sentiment right now. However, if you look at the weekly, nothing really going on. This thing's just ranging, and it's wild when it's ranging. If you shrink this thing down, look at this. Nothing really going on. It's ranging between here and here. And every time, this was the old support, but then it poked its head down a little and then reversed. So be careful of it breaking these little support resistances by little and then reversing, because this thing's being very, very nasty this year to trade on a daily, weekly basis. Soybean futures, if you look here, this is basically bullish trending now, right now. Not bullish trending, sorry. It's starting to start a bullish trend, but really it's going to hit a major resistance level of 1500. If it could break 1500, this thing's going to start a trend, a multiple time frame trend to the top side. So that's going to be its resistance level. 1394 is going to be support level 1, and the second one's going to be 1331 moving forward. And lastly, let's go to wheat. And you can see wheat's basically popped out, drastically gone up. And you look here, it's gone up. But what? It's doing nothing. Let's shrink this down. If you shrink this down, all it's doing is ranging. And it's a very volatile range. This is kind of like oats. So this thing really doesn't have a decision it wants to make. It's just ranging a 200-point range. We're back and forth between here and there, and the daily kind of looks like it's here. It's gone up, but it's gone up so fast that there's no being trade setups at all, believe it or not. So it's very overextended right now. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have our next presentation, weekly update. It'll be a little late since I got a trip to Singapore, Malaysia this week for a class out there. So I'll be posting next one probably either Thursday or Friday of next week. I hope you have a good one. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us.